Hello everyone and welcome to a new video. First of all, thank you very much for 2000 subscribers. It's something that I really appreciate, and because of this special occasion I would like to do a Black Templar army showcase. Before start showing miniatures, I would like to mention that my army right now it's a work in progress, okay? That means that there's a lot of miniatures that are not painted yet, they are part of my pile of shame, and there's a lot of miniatures that they are half painted or they are painted but I want to remove the paint and paint them again, okay? That's something that I really want to make clear. Actually, for me, there's a clear differentiation between my miniatures before YouTube and after YouTube. I mean, the first miniatures that I got, I wanted to paint them quickly so I will be able to play with them, and that's why right now I don't like how they look. The miniatures that I got after I started with YouTube and I started making these painting videos, they are still not perfect because I'm not looking for perfection. I'm trying to look for a style that it's simple but effective. I mean, simple techniques that will make my miniatures look quite nice and good. That's what I'm trying to go for right now. So that's nice because I think that everyone that watches my videos, they will be able to catch everything that I'm doing and do it by themselves. It's not that I'm doing some kind of super complex activity. And because of this, let's say that most of the miniatures that I got in the first place, I'm trying to repaint them to make them look into my actual standards, and like this I will be completely in love with my army and I will be super happy with it. Anyway, this is something that you will see during the video. Here I already put it a picture of like my whole army, but of course to show the miniatures I think that it's going to be nicer if I do it like closer, showing each miniature. And the best thing of all is that you are going to be able exactly how my color scheme and techniques were changing from the very beginning until what I have right now. So with the introduction being done, it's my time to show you my miniatures. When I came back to Warhammer 40k, the first thing that I got for myself was the Black Templars Combat Patrol that you can see right here. And I have to say that I already painted all of these miniatures, then I removed the paint of the miniatures. They are the first ones that I painted. I have old pictures on my Instagram. I will show it here in case that you want to follow me there as well. But then I removed the paint, I started painting them again, and they are still a little bit in progress because there's a lot of things to polish here. But I will show every miniature individually because it's going to be nicer to show. This is the first Space Marine that I ever painted, because when I was a kid I used to paint and play with Tau Empire and Eldari, which is quite weird right now to me to think about that. The Emperor wouldn't be happy, but right now I'm full into the Black Templars and the Emperor, so it should be okay. Anyway, that's why I don't want to repaint this miniature, because for me it's like a nice memory. This is the first one, and it's fun to me to look back at this one and see, for example, how I try to do these edge highlights of Lead Belcher, how I had the white belt, or when we look at the chest we can see that it's gold. That's something that I don't do right now with the Templars, so it's fun to look at this one, and that's why this one is not going to be repainted ever. Aside from that, here we have the Intercessor squad from the Combat Patrol. I will show them a little bit more. They are still a work in progress. Like you can see, this one has a lot of details to be painted. It was painted, I had technical paint here, and then I removed the paint, prime it again. That's why the base looks kinda weird, but it's not bad. They are starting to look nice. I have this kind of things that I don't do anymore, so I'm getting better and I'm trying to go back. This is the substitution. This used to be an Assault Intercessor. I cut a little bit the heavy bolt pistol folder that used to have there, and now it's just a regular Intercessor, because this pose suited a lot the knife, so that's why I leave it like this. As you can see, it still needs a lot of highlights, it needs the crosses, but it's still a work in progress. Then we have the Sergeant. The cape needs more white, it needs much more, the weapon needs a lot of details. I use a cape that was left over from the Primaris Crusader squad, and of course I gave for the sergeant the shoulder pads that came in the upgrade spruce. So it's okay. Here we have another one. This one was one of the first ones that I tried to remove the paint. That's why the plastic in the leg is like too damaged. It doesn't look that bad, but when you look close at it, yes, it's noticeable. Maybe with the highlight I will try to fix it a little, or maybe not, we will see. Anyway, I use these shoulder pads with a symbol for some of them, and for some of them not. They have helmets that are leftovers from the Primaris Crusader squad as well. So this is the fourth one, and here we have another one. That this one is recharging the weapon still. I mean, same upgrade spruce, and it needs more details and things, but they look a little bit nicer than they used to look. Here we have my Primaris Crusader squad. Not only I decided to repaint these ones, but I also changed their weapon loadout to make it fit the rules for combat patrol games, because of course I would like to use these miniatures for combat patrol games. And I'm going to show this one exactly, because I'm going to put a picture here of how he used to look that I took from my Instagram. And yes, I think that we can clearly see a difference, and I think that by looking at this picture I can clearly see that what I'm doing about repainting my miniatures, it's the good choice, because yes, now they look much better and they make me happier. My Impulsor already has 2 videos about how I added this gentleman in the back, and then how I painted the miniature itself. I still need to go back at it, because I lost the crosses that I put here, the white crosses. I lost both of them because of touching it too much. They went away. Well, maybe more because I didn't glue them properly. They went away, not because of touching them. And I will have to repaint this one here, because I painted a Tech Marine recently and I decided to go for something completely different. So of course I will have to make this one suit that one because of consistency. But this one has already 2 videos on the channel, so there's no need to show more about it. Finally, this is my Black Templars Marshal. I didn't remove even the paint properly, because you can see here in the inside that there's like some leftovers, which is not nice. So at some point I will have to go back to this one and try to polish all those details. But for now I'm happy with how it looks, because I'm going to show again the before here, before and after, because yes, it's like a huge improvement. Even if it's not nice to my lowest standards right now, we can see that the previous one was much worse, so it's an improvement. This is probably the most famous Black Templars chaplain that we can find, and I repainted this one, but I'm still not happy with what I did, because I tried to rush that too much. I tried to repaint it too quickly, and I tried to use different techniques, so now I'm not sure if I'm happy with how it looks or not. I think that I could have done it much better. Especially when you look at the legs, you can see that I was trying to dry brush a lot here, but in the end I tried to go for something different, so now it's like I'm not super happy with how it looks, but it doesn't look that bad. It looks better than before, and that's what matters, that we paint better each time. Aside from that, I have these 3 little boys, and well, I'm going to show you this one close. They are not repainted. This is the original work that I did. You can see how their arms are shiny, because I didn't shake properly the shades, and they are the worst. They don't look nice, and it's the same for 3 of them. This one doesn't look that bad, but there's funny things, like I use gold paint for the flames there, and he's like too shiny as well, so yeah, I can do much better with these ones, and for sure in the future I will do it. These are my sword brethren. It makes me sad to look at them, because I should treat them much better. They were not nice in previous edition of Warhammer 40k, so I decided to make them turn them into sergeants, and for these two I will have to repaint them completely. This one, I painted it on the channel, but I got much better and I, let's say, find my style. And we have another one here. It's here. I didn't want to take it out of the box. It's literally here. So it's waiting for its turn to come back again. I'm still into my plan of making all of them cool looking sergeants. But this is the latest one that I painted. I made a video about this one and it looks nice, right? I painted also this one in my YouTube channel. But we can see that I improved a lot between these two. Yes, there's no doubt about it. And with these ones, I thought that they were looking quite nice. That's why I directly put them into the new bases and I thought that I was going to use them. But for example, let's take a look at this one with the hammer that I love actually. And we can see that the difference is quite clear between both of them. So that's why I will try to repaint them basically. I mean, it makes me sad to look at this one. To be honest, it's the same for this one here. I will try to make him into a cool sergeant as well, but his time will come eventually. I will try maybe to make videos about them, we will see, but these are my sword brethren that they are not sword brethren anymore. I'm sorry. This is my Redemptor Dreadnought. I already showed this one when I made the review of the Battlefield Rocks. But aside from that, I repainted this miniature, and I think that it doesn't look that bad. It needs a little bit more of love. I have to finish this part here. I will have to write something. I can see that I need to do the crosses nicely because I just did like the first steps and then I left them like that. I have to finish the highlights of the back. I have to do things, but I'm on the good path with this one. I'm in love with gravis armor in general. I think that it looks super cool. That's why I got some heavy intercessors. These ones were repainted, but I still need to give them much love because they look not nice at all. I don't even want to show them too close. Let's take this one. I made a short on YouTube with this one, and we can see that the cross is still not nice. I mean, it's kind of embarrassing for me to show that. And there's no highlights in the weapon. The highlights in the power armor, they are not as thin as I would like them to be. I even used a different white for the shoulder pads, I think. It looks too Corax white, so maybe I use that one instead of the Wraith one that I'm using right now. But anyway, they need more love. And then here we have some Eradicators that, again, no edge highlights in the reds, and it could look better. I didn't paint the candles that are there, and I mean, when I tried to repaint these ones, I was like dry brushing, and then I tried to cover it, so they are not looking the nicest, but I still like how they look, even if I use Corax white. Again, the crosses, I practice a lot before doing them on YouTube, so you can see that there's a lot of them that need correction. This one looks better, but still I need to correct it. But this white is too white, it's not the one that I'm using right now, so I will have to go back to them and try to make them look nicer. 9th edition starter set. We have weird things here. First of all, yes, I painted this one green because I wanted to... I had already a captain, so I was like, okay, what should I do with this leftover captain that I have? And I decided to paint it trying to look kinda like a dark angel. So this is what I did. And what I'm going to do with this one is that I'm going to remove everything again, and I will try to make him like a proper Black Templar in the future. So there will be a video about this one. For sure, I will try to rescue him because, again, look at this shiny cape with shades that are not shaken, and it hurts me a little. Then we have some assault intercessors that they are... See, with these ones I already removed the arms and a little bit of the paint. There's still leftover paint. You can see the golden color in the chest. So I will have to make this one look better. And here we have the example of what I was doing back then as well. I was just painting black, dry brushing and adding some shades, and they are looking not nice at all. I mean, look at this. Oh my god. Oh my god. I don't want to comment about it, but yes, we can see that I have improved a lot. And then we have the Outriders. Here I was... look at here the chest. I don't think that it looks bad, but I don't think that that's proper for my Black Templars, this symbol with the gold and the white. It looks nice actually, but I tried not to use that. Here we have one of my first tries painting a cross, and we can see that I was doing red instead of browns here. And as they were Outriders, I tried to do some whites on the helmet as well, so they are not looking nice. They are quite... Here I try to paint brown over it, but still this ones need to remove the paint and try to make them over again, because they are not nice at all. This is my Blade Guard Veterans with my Indomitus Lieutenant that I converted into a Blade Guard. That's why I will need to convert now one of these miniatures into something, because right now I should have 6 or 3. So 4 is not longer a nice number for Blade Guards. And this one looks nice. I made a video about this one, but these other 3, they look very sad. Probably one day I will try to... I mean, I'm not sure about what I'm going to do with the color scheme, because they are veterans. If I do the Sterngard veterans with the red shoulder pads, I should do also these ones as well, like that. So I'm not sure. Probably I will have to remove the things that I painted and paint again, but I will see what I do, to be honest. It's kind of sad. This one is not painted, and these 2 are missing parts of the body. This is my other chaplain, because of course if you used to play Black Templars in 9th edition, this miniature was a must include. You needed to have him in every possible list, and I'm happy with the result, because I didn't repaint this one. This is the original one that I painted, and I can see that at this point I was starting to be like a nicer painter, let's say. Right now, sadly, I don't have any use for this miniature, so I'm not thinking about repainting him, maybe in the future, but for now I'm happy with how it looks. This is a gift that I got during Valentine's, and I'm going to leave it as it is, to be honest, even if right now there's things that I will change. Like, for example, you can see that the highlights that I did for the Black Power Armor, they are not the ones that I do right now. I don't know what I applied, to be honest, but it looks too shiny, and this shouldn't be shiny like that. But anyway, it is what it is, and this is how it's going to be. I'm very happy with this miniature. I like it, and it was a gift for Valentine's Day, so I'm going to leave it like this. This is one that I have in the living room. It's one that I can see all the time, so it's quite nice. I think that it's not my best job, but it looks nice and I'm very happy. And this one has like an emotional weight to it, so that's why it's going to be like this for forever, possibly. This is the Space Marines boarding patrol that came out last year. So we have 5 heavy intercessors, 10 assault intercessors, and then the captain in gravis armor. This is a special miniature for me, because this was the first miniature that I painted on my YouTube channel, like with a proper video, and he was the start of everything, and I'm happy with how it looks right now. I can see that I was doing the things that I do, like I have breathbone already in the shoulder pad. I didn't shake properly the shades as well, because it's too shiny. It shouldn't be like that, and I didn't have the red color that I use for the edge highlighting, so I need something else here. But for now, I'm super happy with how it looks. I really like this miniature. I have a special attachment to this one. And I also made a video painting this sergeant. This one is closer to what I do right now. This is the finisher effect that I like. So yes, I have like something more common. I even put the grass that I have. So yes, I still need to work a lot with this one. This is my apothecary, and I repainted this one because first time that I did this miniature, he was I painted the power armor black, and then I decided that white will be much better. And I painted this one before painting the apothecary that came in the Leviathan box to practice the color scheme a little. So this was the first experiment, and maybe I need to do some more details or things that I can see right now. But aside from that, I'm quite happy with how it looks, and it's a miniature that I like. It's always nice to have different things, and this one looks different into my army because of course this white is quite noticeable. As I mentioned earlier, I really like gravis armor, so of course I had to get some aggressors. I painted this one on YouTube, and I can see that he's more recent than the previous two, because for example when we compare these two, we can clearly see that they are different. I think that this one looks nicer than this one, but that's a more preferential thing. But yes, I think that I have improved, and it's a little bit sad because I think that this one even looks better than the sergeant right now. I will have to work a little bit more into the rest of the squad, because if I get more aggressors, this is going to be the sergeant, so there's no going back. This one needs to look the best. Of course, as it should be, every Black Templars collection should have the High Marshal himself. Here we have Helbrecht. I got this miniature as a Christmas present. I'm attached to this one, and that's why I'm a little bit sad that I didn't do my best. I mean, I spent a lot of time with this miniature, and you can see that, but of course I didn't have the experience that I have right now. That's the issue when you paint the most important miniatures, when you don't have the experience or the practice. But I'm not unhappy with how it looks. It's just that of course I should have done it in a different way. I didn't prime the miniature, I didn't shake the shades, that's why it's so glossy. Look at the arms of this thing here, cleaning the sword. It looks not the best, and it's kind of sad. That's why maybe at some point I will try to repaint this one, but I'm scared to do so because I'm attached to this one. It was a present, so I will try not to ruin it. That's why I'm a little bit scared of doing these kind of things. And of course I have a lot of hidden parts that I'm not sure about what to do with them right now if I try to paint it now. But anyway, it doesn't look that bad. It doesn't look that bad. For now, I'm happy with it. If the YouTube channel goes super well, at some point in the future I will have to paint this miniature, because of course if I paint Black Templars I should paint the most iconic one. So this is the High Marshal Herbert himself. My Emperor's Champion has its own video on my channel when I decided to remove the paint and do him again, so I'm not going to stop too much about him, but it's a really nice miniature, super iconic. Here we have the characters from the Leviathan box, except for the librarian that I painted him like a Grey Knight, and the Black Templars cannot have librarians, so that's why I don't want to show him here right now. But each one of these miniatures has a video on my YouTube channel, so if you want to look more of them, you can just go to that video and you will see all the process of painting and the closer look of the miniature. Then we have the rest of the Space Marines from the Leviathan box. I'm missing 5 Infernus Marines, so they are still here. But aside from that, here we have 5 Terminators, 5 Sternguard Veterans, and 5 Infernus Marines. I like Terminators, that's why they are more started and properly almost finished. I need to finish the highlights of these two, put the cross into this one, and this one I need to do more, but at least I did the base when I did the video reviewing the Battlefield Rocks. And I'm happy to say that I made a video for this one, and I also made a video. Oh, they are fighting between each other. And I also made a video about this one. You can find both of them in the channel. And regarding the rest of the miniatures, I was too lazy with them, but I managed to make a video of this one that looks nice, and I'm happy with how it looks. And yes, I did this one first because I wasn't sure if giving them the veteran shoulder pad with the red and black to all of them or only to the sergeant. But in the end, I think that I'm going to give the red shoulder pads to everyone in the unit. That's why I did this one first and I waited to do the other ones. That's why I did that basically. Here you can see the last miniature that I have painted. My primary Stag Marine, very important if I have so many Dreadnoughts right now. The last miniature from the Leviathan box, the Ballistus Dreadnought, and the previous last miniature that I painted, the Brutalis Dreadnought. Each one of them has its own painting video, so I invite you to check them in case that you want to see the whole painting process and to take a look at them much better than the one that I can do here if I take them and show them to you. But these are, I want this one to be a very important part of my army, and I'm happy about how they look. And here we have the Space Marines, company heroes, and the captain that came in the box. But of course I made videos painting each one of these miniatures, so I invite you to check them out because there you will see the whole process of painting them, closer looks, and it's going to be nicer than me taking now one by one. But still, I really like the captain. I made some changes and I think that they are for good, and I'm still in love with this banner gentleman, so the ancient looks quite nice, even if it was a pain to write Templars there. But still super nice. That's my Black Templar collection until now. I think that I'm lacking some units or more of some units, but for now I'm quite happy with how my collection looks now in terms of diversity of units, and I like the units that I have. That's very important as well. So for now I'm quite happy. I just have a lot of work to do to finish painting all of them, finish to repaint the ones that needs repainting, and try to make some of them look even cooler. So of course I will need to really work on that this year. I will try to finish that pile of shame soon, so of course for sure you will have videos of me trying to make that army look impressive. So aside from that, I would like to mention that I decided not to count the miniatures that I got during last Christmas, because those miniatures are still spruce waiting in their boxes, so there's nothing really to show there. I have a video that I made recently talking about my Christmas presents, so I will leave it in the description. You can check it out. But for now, that's my collection, and this is everything that I wanted to show. So if you're still here, please consider giving me a like and subscribing. Thank you very much for watching, and see you next time.